Well, 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 look who's gathered here today, craving answers, starving for that spark to ignite the fire within. Welcome, my remarkable audience, to a night where chaos meets triumph. Shall we dive into the storm? They said it was impossible, didn't they? Their whispers were venomous, quiet enough to echo in your mind, yet loud enough to chain your spirit. You're too small, too weak, too naive, they said. But those words weren't meant to guide you, they were crafted to bury you alive. You see, people love to watch a flower struggle under the shadow of a towering oak. Deep down, they want that flower to wither. But you're no ordinary bloom. You didn't just survive, you defied. They wove a cage of expectations around you, reinforced with their doubts, sealed with their mocking laughter. Yet somehow you shattered it. Against every odd, you broke free. You stood where they swore you'd never stand, staring down the greatest demon of all, the one they feared most. And what does that make you? Terrifying. Because nothing strikes more fear into the hearts of the masses than someone who wasn't supposed to win yet did. That demon wasn't just some monster lurking in the shadows. No, it was far more sinister. It was every fear they planted in your mind, every doubt they whispered, every moment they made you feel insignificant. Their demon was their masterpiece, a weapon forged to keep you in your place. But here's the kicker, you didn't just fight it. You obliterated it. When the dust settled and the beast lay lifeless at your feet, the world didn't know whether to cheer or flee. Victory does that, it shakes cowards and silences fools. Your triumph wasn't just a win against a demon. It was the destruction of their control, their narrative, their lies. You proved them wrong so completely that their laughter turned into silence, their doubts became their chains, and their smugness dissolved into the bitterness of defeat. But let's not sugarcoat it. The road to victory wasn't paved with gold. It was brutal, wasn't it? Blood, sweat, agony, bites screaming into the void, demanding answers from an unforgiving world. Days where every step felt like walking barefoot on broken glass. Yet you never stopped. Why? Because deep within, a truth screamed louder than their lies: you are more. Do you feel it now? That fire coursing through your veins, that grin creeping onto your face as you remember their disbelief. They called you weak. Yet weakness doesn't conquer demons. They said you were too young, but youth doesn't hold back destiny. They mocked you as a fool, yet fools don't rewrite the rules. You were the glitch in their perfect system, the unpredictable force they couldn't contain. And let me tell you, they despise glitches. They thrive on control, on knowing what comes next. But you threw their script into the flames and wrote your own. Now, let's ask the real question, what's next? You've tasted triumph. You've stood atop the impossible, felt the world tremble beneath your feet. But be warned, the world doesn't easily forgive those who dare to rewrite its rules. They'll come for you again, crafting new lies, summoning new fears, building stronger cages. And you'll laugh in their faces, because once you've slain the greatest demon, there's nothing left to fear. You've done more than survive, you've become unstoppable, unshakable, untouchable. Let them try. Let them bear armies of doubt and legions of envy. They'll never understand that you've already won the hardest battle, not against them, but against the version of yourself that doubted, hesitated, feared. That person is gone, and what stands now is a force they cannot control. So stand tall. Let them see the scars you wear as badges of honor. Let them tremble at the fire in your eyes, the resolve in your stance. You're no longer the underdog, the outsider, or the underestimated. You are the chaos they dread, the storm they cannot stop, the champion they can never erase. You weren't supposed to win, yet here you are. And now the world is yours. So go out there, show them what happens when the impossible becomes reality. Show them what it means to rise from the ashes of doubt and claim your destiny. Your victory isn't just for you, it's a rallying cry for every soul who's been underestimated, dismissed, or silenced. This isn't the end of your story. It's the beginning of a new reign. They'll come at you again, stronger, fiercer, more relentless. But you've been forged in fire, tempered by trials. Their weapons will only sharpen your resolve. Let them try. Let them see what happens when a warrior who's tasted triumph decides to keep going. You've not just survived the darkness, you've become it. You've mastered the shadows, wielded fear as fuel, then turned their doubts into your weapons. Now the battlefield is yours. Let your name echo in the halls of those who dared to underestimate you. And remember, the greatest demons fall not to power, but to relentless defiance. So rise, champion. Leave your mark. Let the world tremble at the unstoppable force you've become. Your reign begins now. But don't get comfortable. The world isn't done testing you, not by a long shot. Now that you've proven you're a force to be reckoned with, they'll watch your every move, waiting for the tiniest stumble. Their whispers will shift, no longer asking if you can rise, but doubting if you can sustain. Was it just luck? A fleeting moment, they'll murmur. Let them talk. Let them scheme. They'll never understand what you've become. Because you are no longer just a victor, you're a legend in motion. Every step you take now is a challenge to their fragile beliefs. Every breath a defiance of the rules they swore you couldn't break. They will come at you with everything they've got: stronger demons, harsher storms, and heavier chains. But what they don't realize is that you've transcended their games. You don't just play by their rules anymore. You make your own dot. You see, they cling to their comfort zones, to the illusion of control. But you've danced with chaos, and you've made it your partner. You've faced the abyss and returned not just whole, but unstoppable. The scars they hoped would break you, they only made you sharper. The pain they thought would destroy you, it became the fuel that powers you now. And here's the truth they fear the most: you're not just surviving their trials, you're thriving in them. Every battle they throw your way only forges you stronger. Every attack only sharpens your resolve. You don't flinch, you don't falter. Because you've realized something profound: the war was never against them, it was always within you. And now you've won dot. So let them come. Let their doubts and schemes rain down like arrows. You are the storm that breaks them. You are the force they cannot predict, the fire they cannot extinguish. With every new challenge, you don't just prove them wrong, you redefine what's possible. And every time you rise, you send a message to the world: there is no cage, no shadow, no force that can hold you back. Dot. You weren't supposed to be here. You weren't supposed to win. But you did, and you'll keep winning. Again and again, until they stop doubting and start fearing. Because now you don't just conquer battles, you own the battlefield. So walk forward, relentless and unyielding. Let them feel the tremors of your steps, hear the thunder of your resolve. You are no longer the challenger they are, and every demon they send, every whisper of doubt, will meet the same fate, crushed beneath your will. This isn't just your story, it's a revolution. It's a beacon for every soul still trapped in doubt, every fighter still clawing their way through the dark. You are the proof they need, the fire that lights their path. You are more than a victor, you are a force of nature. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can stop what you've become. So rise again and again and again. Let the echoes of your triumph shake the foundations of their world. Let them know once and for all that you are not just unstoppable, you are inevitable.